Hi everybody, it's Heather from Cottontail Crafts. It's time for another video of what I got made last week. I didn't get a whole lot done because it was like the week of Christmas. Me and Dave actually went out bowling with some friends. Tonight we're going out to a movie and dinner. And then I had visiting with my grandmother and my sister and my nieces. So I want to say, like, 3 days I didn't like crochet anything at all. I don't even know where to begin because a couple of weeks ago I bought 2 Dinosaur bundles, and one bundle has 5 patterns in it and the other bundle has 4 patterns in it. They're from the same maker, and I had intended on doing them sooner, but I like to read the patterns all the way through before I start them. And I read the patterns, and to me they just seemed tricky, and maybe it's just me, because the reviews on these were pretty good. And from looking at the pictures, they look really easy. But let me tell you, I struggled. And I don't even know how to review these patterns because it could be just me. I don't know. I will link them in the description below. I guess we'll start with the first dinosaur I did, because honestly I think I picked the hardest dinosaur first. But I think he actually turned out the best, and he turned out pretty cool looking. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce these dinosaurs because I will butcher it. I even went on Google and typed in how to pronounce, you know, and even like in slow motion, I can't do it. But anyway, here is the first dinosaur I did. And his instructions. The instructions were good on this one, but I've never crocheted an animal like this the way they had it done. So with this one, you crochet the head. Well, first you crochet this little piece here and set it aside. Then you crochet the head. So this is one piece, the head is one piece. And you crochet this in as you go. No problems there. So I did the head. Then the next step of this was on the bottom of the head, you slip stitch 15 stitches in the shape of a circle. I've never done this ever, and I've been making crocheted animals for 3 years. And there was pictures, you know, like I could understand what they were saying, but I'd never done it that way, so like I struggled. But anyway, I got it done, and then you work from the neck down. You crochet the legs separately and set those aside. They actually get crocheted in as you're crocheting the body. So this little guy is no sew, believe it or not. Like, to look at him, he is 100% no sew. And I love how he turned out. And after making him, I could probably make him again, no problem. So yeah, so I did the body, I crocheted the legs in, and then again the tail. You slip stitch in the shape of a circle, and then you crochet the tail, which is kind of cool, especially if you don't like sewing. And sometimes I like sewing and sometimes I don't. But I think he turned out really cool. If you're a beginner, you would probably struggle. I struggled, and I know what I'm doing. I really wish that this maker had video tutorials in the pattern. Like I know some other crochet people, they'll have links to videos for like the tricky bits, which I find super, super helpful. And I don't think it would be that hard to do, right? I mean, if you already have a YouTube channel, you're already used to making videos, why not just include a link for the tricky bits? But anyway, I figured him out. I can make him again, no problem. I'll probably maybe try to make one in burlap blanket. And yeah, but like I said, I can't pronounce this, but I think he turned out really, really cute. And I think he looks amazing. So that was the first dinosaur I did. And I do like how he turned out. The second one I did, again, I'm not going to try to pronounce these because I will butcher it. The rest of the dinosaurs, again, they look, if you're looking at the picture, they look super easy. This one, I just find it weird how they did some of the designs. So this one here, you start here and you crochet the head. These little 4 pieces here are crocheted in the round as color changes. And then from here to here, it's just you're crocheting in tan. The legs are bobble stitches, which I kind of feel for the size of this dinosaur. I feel like the bobble stitches are, I don't know, they're kind of small. I would rather crochet legs and sew them on. That's just my preference. But all these stripes here, you crochet them on afterwards, and I think they look super cool. But why couldn't you sew on these ones? Because if you look closely, like, it's kind of a hot mess. And it's hard to do color changes seamlessly. So if I were to do this dinosaur again, I would just crochet the dinosaur and I would crochet all these bits on at the end. Because once you do it, it's pretty easy. But he was easy, other than I don't like the look of these 4 little stripes here. I would crochet those on later at the end. But other than that, he was pretty good to do. I think kids will like these, but I don't know that I'm going to make that many of them because I really wasn't a fan of making these. Out of the 9 dinosaurs in the 2 bundles, I made 5 of them because one dinosaur I didn't like the look of at all. Then there was a volcano, which I don't really have any desire to do. There was another dinosaur that I really wanted to do, and it was like long neck flippers, you know, the swimming dinosaur. But you put a wire in his neck, and I don't want to be making toys for kids with wires in them. Like, I just don't trust that whatsoever. So I didn't do that one. What was the next one I did? I believe it was this one. Okay. Now, this one I didn't have any problems with. The only thing with most of these is it tells you eye placement at the very bottom of the pattern, so they must glue their eyes in afterwards. So that's another reason why I like to read my patterns first. Eye placement, because you don't want to have this, especially if you're using safety eyes, you don't want to have to, you know, install these at the end. So I did down to like the neck, and then I added the eyes in. But I just wish there was like little, like, because I like the look of these legs. Like, I don't know why they couldn't have done a smaller version of legs that you crocheted in later. I just find the bobble stitches on something this size, it just, to me, doesn't look right. Maybe I'm being too picky, I don't know. But I do like the patterns. Like, once you get the hang of them, they're not that bad. But as a beginner, I think you would have a hard time. So that was the 3rd one I made. And I did him in pink and plum. And I do like sewing these on afterwards. Like, I do like the look of those. It's just those tiny little bobble stitches for legs and arms. I don't know. That's my one complaint with this bundle. Like I said, it could just be me. I don't know. Then this is the fourth one I did, and I wonder if they even had these pattern tested, to be honest, because, so this is the next one I did. You start at the head, you work down, and then you chain out, and then the next round you're going around, and then you're going around your chain. So it goes down and then comes out this way. Well, once you got down past the tail, I can't remember which row it was, row 20, 19 and 20, around there. Anyway, once you got down to where you're gonna put your bobble stitches on, it says to fold the piece in half and crochet your next row. Well, I did that and it totally closed off the whole body, so you wouldn't be able to stuff it. So I ripped it out, and then what I did was I just crocheted the two pieces together, like for the tail. Then I crocheted in the round, like my bobble stitch row. But nowhere in the pattern does it say to only like fold and crochet the first 8 stitches and then go around. Like, it just said to fold in half and crochet like the next line. So I found that very confusing. And I felt like if they had pattern testers, they wouldn't have written the pattern like that. Anyway, I figured it out. And I do like them. Again, I don't know the name. I can't pronounce any of these dinosaurs. But I think he turned out pretty cute. Bobble stitches aren't too bad on this one. But yeah, I don't know. They're cute. I'm sure kids will love them. Like, it's just, I was not a fan of, and he does not sit up at all. And neither does this one. So the last one I did turned out pretty good, probably because I had done 4 at this point, so I did this one. And I crocheted all these on after, but that's what the pattern calls for. I didn't put his eyes in until I had the first front legs put on, because this dinosaur, like, I don't know if it was my tension, but see how his head is crooked? He's just looking at his friend across the way. But again, I find these little bobble stitches on this, it's just, to me, they're a little bit too small. But, and it still took a little bit to do, because there's quite a few rows in this, but I didn't really have any issues with this one, and it was probably just my tension. But when I went to do this round with the second, like the back feet, the first bobble stitch, he would have been a boy dinosaur. So I just had to like move my placement of where my bobble stitches landed. But other than that, this one, no problems. I just had to move my bobble stitches to get the back feet to line up with the front feet. And other than that, this one was cool. There was a flying dinosaur. I just did not like the look of it at all. And I didn't like how the pattern was written. Like, it was similar to this one, but you didn't crochet the body to the head like this one. They had where you skip stitches in the head and it leaves like a hole, and then you attach the body to the, like, I just thought they should have done it the same as this one. I just found they were all over the place. I would make this one again, and I would make this one again. And if I do this one again, I wouldn't do the color changes on the head. I would just sew those on or crochet those on later. Maybe I was just frustrated with the whole thing that I just gave up after 5, but like I said, I didn't want to do the volcano, I didn't want to do the flying dinosaur, and I didn't want to do the one with the wire in the neck. There was a triceratops, but I was reading the pattern. I actually like the triceratops that I get from YouTube, so, and I've done so many of those that I'll probably just stick with that pattern. But like I said, you might not have a problem with any of these, but I'm sure kids will love them. Kids love dinosaurs. Okay, then the next pattern I purchased off of Etsy, and I wanted to do a bigger mallard duck because kids eat up my little mini mallards. So I thought I would do a bigger one. I have done other mallards in the past, but it's so much work for the size of him. I just wanted a bigger one. And I think he turned out pretty cute. And I did 2 of them because this guy was pretty easy to do. Now, this is the first one I made. And then when I made him again, I did 2 rows of white on his neck instead of just 1, because I think it looks a little bit better with the 2. I'm not a fan of the feet, like how the feet are done, but I think he looks fine. And I was gonna do a all white one, and then I'm like, that might get dirty too fast. So I just pumped out 2 of the 2 of these ones. And I have never used this dark brown before. And the pattern called for green, white, beige, and then cream. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do a cream mallard. So I just switched up the colors. But I think he turned out so cute. I do like the duck. And then I only did one more thing because we have plans tonight, so I won't get anything else done today. And then tomorrow I might, well, tomorrow I have to work and it's New Year's Eve, so I don't think I'll get anything done tomorrow too, and then Monday I have to have this video uploaded, so I only made one more thing. And then I think I want to do a cleanup of my room and try to get that video done for you, so I don't know how much I'll get done next week either. But this was a free pattern on Instagram, and I've never done a penguin before that I can remember. And he looked really cute, and I made him, and he's so much bigger than I thought he was going to be. Like, I cannot judge the size of these patterns, like when I see them and do them. But he's really cute. Or she, I guess. He or she. But isn't he cute? I did dark gray instead of black because I do struggle with the black. I find when you're working with black yarn, it's really, really hard to see your stitches. And these feet are similar to the mallard's feet, but I do like these ones better. And I did these ones in Bernat blanket, and the rest of them I did in the Michaels chenille home slim maybe. I don't have any gray in the Parfait Chunky, but I did place 2 orders in last week. So one of them I ordered right from Premier, and then the other order I ordered from Hirschner's. For the Hirschner's, is that, I don't know if I'm saying that right. So I have 2 shipments of yarn coming. So maybe I'll do an unboxing when I get those. I did an unboxing last time and I accidentally deleted the video, so I'm kind of interested to see if I have to pay customs because I already paid the duty and taxes right when I placed my order. So if I have to pay additional fees like at the post office, then I probably won't order from them again. But I'll let y'all know, because I know there's other Canadian people out there. Like, it's hard to see everybody from the States getting, you know, all these great deals, and then, you know, going to Joann's, going to Hobby Lobby, and we don't have those stores here in Canada. So it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. But I did pink glittery eyes on her, and the nose was supposed to be just 6 single crochets in a magic ring, and then you sew it on. But I did not like how that looked, so I just did the same thing I do with my mini birds. I just stitched it on, and I like how that looks. But when I get my Parfait Chunky, I would like to remake this penguin with the Parfait Chunky just to see how much smaller it is. And I might try it in the acrylic yarn too. I have so much acrylic yarn. I gotta start getting through my stash. I got so much yarn, and yeah. So, and I think the penguins would look cute in the acrylic, I think. I really do. And they'll be a lot smaller too. But yeah, this is my first penguin. I think she turned out so cute. So I will link all the patterns in the description below. And don't let me sway you on the dinosaurs. I mean, maybe those patterns just aren't for me. Could have been my tension, could have been a lot of different factors, but there's a few of them I would make again, for sure. But some of them I will not make. But yeah. Like, if any of you have the dinosaur patterns and you've done them, let me know if you struggled with how it was written. But it is cool that you can do a dinosaur like this, and it's not so. Like, it's actually quite amazing. And the great thing about crocheting the legs in is they're straight, they're not crooked. Yeah, like, it's amazing. Like, I will never be a pattern designer. Like, I just won't, because I'm not, my mind doesn't work that way. And I think I would sew these little accents on, and I would not crochet them in. It's fine, but the great thing about patterns is you can tweak. You can make things work for you, which is what I will end up doing. But so that will be it for this week. Look, I'm only at 25 minutes. That's amazing. 23 minutes, something like that. Short. That's short and sweet. So we will see you next week. I'll throw another little Milo clip at the end. I have so many videos of Milo on my phone, and he's so cute, and he makes me happy. So if he can put a smile on your face, that would be great too. So Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Have a great day. Bye. Are people not allowed to use their green bins?